So on the surface, but she cut through like a knife. And if it was an open shut case, I never would have known from the look on your face. Lost in your current like a priceless wine. The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans, that's my man. Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. Head on the pillow, I could feel you sneaking in. As if you were a mythical thing, like you were a trophy or a champion ring. And there was one prize I'd cheat to win.
Check. Check one, check. Welcome, Longaberger stylists. How are you doing? What? Is that all I get? I can't hear you. I said, welcome, Longaberger stylists. Yes! That's what they told me was going to come tonight. Thank you for doing that. For those of you who are still getting some food, just stay there, relax. We got to get started tonight because we want you to enjoy a full night of activities. I'm sure you saw a few familiar faces. Is it good to see each other again? You guys don't sound that excited to see each other again. Is it good to see each other again? Oh. Okay, front three tables, we already talked. You have to be the loudest table. Thank you, Winona. I just gave it away. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Scott Halverson. I've just been with Longaberger for a little while, and I want to welcome you to the first homecoming of Longaberger. What do you guys think? Good? Awesome. I'm so impressed that you all came here post-COVID with like a month's notice, and you guys made it happen for us. For the people who are going to be virtual watching this, it's going to be nice. We wish they could be here. We're going to give them a nice virtual hug. Can we all just give a little air hug for them? Wow, that was so sweet. That was awesome. I have to tell you, I got my first rush tonight because it wasn't from the alcohol. No, it was not. It was from signing my first couple of baskets. And they warned me that it was going to be awesome, and it was awesome. So thank you for that. All right. So I want to get tonight kicked off with our main presentation tonight. You're going to hear from three people. Two of them I guarantee you're going to love. Our CEO, Bob DeLorean, and our President and Chief Creative Officer, Joe Falco. Then you'll kind of hear from me. So for those other two, I want you to clap super, super loud. Can you do that for me? I know it sounds gratuitous, but you'll do it. No, not now. When they come up, save it. Save the energy. Save the energy. It'll be good. All right. I love seeing the hugs. That's so good. After our presentation tonight, we're going to share with you a couple of things that are only for this group, and we're going to do that without the virtual crowd, without them seeing it, so it's going to be kind of cool. And we can't wait for you to see what's happening in the Palm Room. We can't wait for you to meet our friends of Longaberger that's in the atrium, that's under some air conditioning, so you'll get a little reprieve. Although the weather's not bad, I gotta say, it's pretty good. So, without further ado, I need to at least recognize a few people. I think there are some Longabergers in the house tonight. Are there? I see a few of them. So I just want to test that again. Every time that we say Longabergers in the house, can we clap really loud for them? Are there a few Longabergers in the house? Yeah, there we go. There we go. I think you'll hear from a couple of them tonight, so I think that'll be really special. But I want to give a special welcome to the man who's made this possible tonight, who had a vision, who's going to share that with you. And I want you to give a warm welcome to the CEO of Excel Brands, Bob DeLorean.
So how many of you guys recognize this lullaby? Think. Journey, don't stop believing. So, don't let go of this thought because we're going someplace with that lullaby. So let me advance this. And what am I going to cover tonight? But before I get into that, I just have to tell you guys that I heard something this morning, and I have a prediction. The coach of Michigan is probably not likely to live past this year because he vowed this morning to beat Ohio and die trying. So what am I covering? I'm going to cover change. I want to talk about that because our company is changing. I'm going to talk about getting up, more specifically getting up after you've been knocked down. Positioning for the future. I'll talk a lot about where our industry is going. Retail has been through an enormous amount of change over the last 11 years, and the rate of change has accelerated dramatically since COVID hit us all. I'll talk about positioning for the future. I'll talk about moving toward where things are going, because I want everyone to understand where we're going with the company. And I will warn you, I'm a former college athlete, so there will be a lot of sports metaphors tonight. I'll talk a little bit about why we do it, how we do it, giving back. I want to talk about that because if we achieve our goal of taking this company back to where it was, we will do a lot of good in the world. Then I'll talk about the ultimate customer engagement. And then my favorite, and there's a little bit of levity in this, the innovation dilemma. I'm going to talk a little bit about entrepreneurism. So let's get into it. So change. The Greeks, particularly the Stoics, spent a lot of time writing about this. And probably Marcus Aurelius wrote the best summary in something called the Meditations about embracing change. And what Marcus Aurelius said is, change is inevitable. We are changing from the moment we are conceived. But here's some things about change. One, it's harder on all of us. And if that wasn't the case, there wouldn't be this book called Who Moved My Cheese? No one likes dealing with this. Everyone that's run a company, small or large, knows change management is the hardest thing to manage. But something inspired me recently to think about change in a different way. And when it came to me, I called Tammy and said, you know, we're changing the company, but something got me thinking differently about change. And really change, it's nothing more than a rearrangement. It's amazing how something so different can be so much the same. And I put together music for you guys to listen to and show you how something the same could really be so different but yet the same. So let's take a look at this. How many of you remember Axl Rose? Sweet Child O' Mine. So Axl gave us this rock anthem. And for whatever reason, over the years, I love this song. I love this version of this song. This thing just can get you doing anything in life. But someone rearranged this song. And her name is Janelle Garcia.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where
she changed this song,
was as fresh
but
as
it's
the
so
bright
much
blue sky.
the same.
Now and then when
And
I
the
see
lyrics
her
in this
face,
song
she takes me away to that
talk
special
about
place.
the
And
sweet
if I
child that
stay
has
too long, I'd probably
blew her
break
bluer eyes than the bluest skies. She'll get there.
Sweet child of mine. Sweet love of mine.
You guys should Google her music. She's an angel.
She's got eyes of the bluest skies.
So this is my little blue-eyed angel. And after 20 years of trying, guys, we had a COVID miracle. And I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional. Yeah, exactly. So, something so different can be so much the same. And that's us, guys. We're changing the business because the business, the industry, and retailing has changed around us. And that's important for all of us to understand. And I'm going to cover where we're going with this. But before I do that, I want to talk about getting up after you've been knocked down. Because in 2018, this company got knocked down really hard. And I know it hurt a lot of people. When companies fail, that happens. In 2007, Tammy introduced someone to me that is an extraordinary, you know where I'm going, Tammy, an extraordinary football player. We all know, number 45, Archie Griffin. Tammy introduced Archie. I met him, I listened to him, and I said, Archie, you have to do motivational speaking for me. We owned the Athlete's Foot sneaker chain at that time, and Archie was a franchisee. And Archie would always talk about in life, like in sports, when you get knocked down, you have to get up. Guys, we're up. So let's take a look at Archie. God, don't you wish you could run like that? So here's Archie getting crushed at the line. But watch what happens. Up and back at it. So that's what we're doing. And what is behind us is now behind us. We're going to take the company forward. Now I'm going to get into what I'm really talking about and what we're doing. 11 years ago, when we started Excel, we saw some things happening in the marketplace. What we knew is the way people shop was changing, and it was changing fast. We also knew the acceleration of change would continue. It would increase over time. We knew that we had to reach our customers in new ways. And in our core business at Excel, we came up with a new approach in interactive television. And 11 years forward, we've done $3 billion in sales on QVC. And we know a lot about live streaming. We know the power of live streaming, and we know the power of building communities through live streaming. The rest of the world, particularly China, and I'm going to cover that a little bit, they understand it a little more than we do here in the US. So we came to a couple of conclusions. We said we have to move toward where things are going. We have to change. Every company that we fold into Excel has to move toward where it's all going. We also realized that one thing would be constant through it all. And this is it, guys. I don't care how much this changes. Great product wins. Building communities around product wins. Social media, that's what it's about. It's about building communities. And now social commerce is the next place we're going to in retailing as an industry. There's a reason why Signet, Macy's, Walmart is calling Excel, asking us to take over their live stream efforts. They don't know how to do it. It sounds surprising, but they don't. Amazon has tried, they've failed. QVC does an unbelievable job at it because they understand community. So here come the sports metaphors. So this is about moving toward where things are going. How many people in this room have skied? How many people have thought about it or know someone that has skied? Okay. So we're a big ski family. For 8 years, every Friday, I drove 5 hours, and every Sunday, 5 hours home from New York to Vermont, because both of my kids raced for Stratton Mountain. So we spent a lot of time on the hill. How many people in this room have heard the expression, don't get too far over your skis? Right? Common. Anyone that knows how to ski knows you want to be as far forward on your skis as you can get without throwing yourself off balance. It's counterintuitive, but that's the fact of skiing. So this guy here, Ted Ligety, by every measure, is considered the best slalom skier that's ever lived. Let's take a look at what happens to Ted when he gets behind his skis just for a moment.
Ted Ligety, to me, was on pace to win. Oh, no! Down goes Ligety, and almost, this is 2/3 into the course, Todd. Exactly what happened last week.
And that's the section of the course in the midsection here where it's starting to come apart. A little bit of a rut right in there, got on his tails, and then once again hit a flat spot, and his weight came back. Really bent the back of the ski, and but it was all set up by getting on the tails through that rut, and that's what we were talking about before. The conditions changing so much, they're getting tougher. That was a pretty bad one.
So, announcer said it. I didn't have to say it. Course got rutted up, conditions were changing, and it was getting harder. Ted got on his tails, and he's on his back. Well, that's business today. We live in an environment in retailing. It's changing weekly, and we're expected to change on the dime with it. It's a daunting task at the moment for any retail company or wholesale company. So let's look at what we can learn from Jessica Jerome. Jessica was the first woman to compete in the Olympics in ski long jumping.
Ski jumping is about two opposing objectives. On the ramp, speed is key. So Jessica Jerome positions her body like a dart to glide down the hill. But in flight, she uses her body like a sail, catching as much air as possible to stay aloft. Jerome's skis are at a 45-degree angle to maximize the surface area of her body and her skis.
You're looking out past where you want to land, usually. You want to be flying with the hill for as long as you can.
So the lesson, guys, is we're looking out past where we want to land, and we want to fly with as much of the mountain as we can. And that's what we're doing in business, and that's what we're doing with Longaberger today. So this one is special, and I haven't used this for a while. Tom Brady messed my whole thing up. So this statistic was an anomaly until Tom won number 7. Wayne Gretzky scored 60% more goals in his career than the 7 next best guys. That stat didn't exist anywhere. And then we were talking about it this morning, and we realized Michael Phelps also is this phenomenal. And that's dear to me because I was a college swimmer. So we have these 3 GOATs that are out there. They're outliers by every measure. But when Gretzky retired, a commentator asked him, Wayne, how was it that you were able to be so much better than everyone else. And he said it was easy. My dad taught me the 2-second advantage. And he said, what exactly is that? He said, I was always skating where the puck was going, not where it was. So I have a film clip of Gretzky doing what he did best. Watch the way this guy read a play.
Here's Jeff Bukavoom backhanding it around the boards. Lume pinching
Puck's
in, and he's
moving.
caught.
Gretzky
Here's Gretzky
already moved.
with some room with Mike Keane. Gretzky
Fakes out
dancing in
three
on
guys.
the backhand. Wrap around, scores! His 50th hat trick, Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky is so good at reading the play.
So Wayne Gretzky, so good at reading the play. So what can you learn from sports? A lot. So now, let's get into why we do it. Every business talks about why they do it, and then they talk about how they do it. So if the one constant through all this change is great product and building communities wins, well then why wouldn't that be the reason you come to work every single day? So when we formed Excel 11 years ago, we said the mission's very simple, guys. We're going to make great product. That's it. Whatever category we're in, it will be the best that we can find on earth, and we will do the best possible job we can do designing it. We don't always get it right. We make a lot of things. The guy that pulls all of that together, where are you, Joe? There he is. Joe makes all of that happen. So let's talk about how we do it. So now you're probably looking at this saying, where is Bob DeLorean going? He's showing us a herd of gazelles and an 800-pound gorilla. I'm going somewhere. So, one, to win today, you have to operate in a flexible business model. You need to be able to pivot down that slalom course fast because change is coming at us, and like that commentator said, conditions are changing all the time. You need to collaborate fairly to win. No man, no woman is an island. It's never been that way. It's always been about great people coming together to accomplish great things. And building community, because we live in this new social era, is more important today than it's ever been. So let's take a look at what we can learn from the Wild Kingdom. So that 800-pound gorilla, those 8 gazelles, not worrying him. But when they come charging as 1,000 into that arrowhead, he'll move. That's us, guys. That's our community. And there are some 800-pound gorillas out there in the digital world. One of them is called Amazon, but we're going to beat them. Okay, so let's talk about fostering the team. And we all need to know this about the team and the community that we're building today with Longaberger. It's not just about the team that's in this room. That's a big part of it. But then when you go to this second picture, this is about the artisans that we're going to be onboarding as we go forward. Longaberger needs to become the marketplace for artisans making products all over America that are making great products that don't really have a marketplace and don't have a distribution vehicle. I meet them all the time. I had little Sabrina and my wife in Vermont a couple of weeks ago, and I was running around literally like a lunatic in Manchester finding syrup makers and candle makers and all the artisans that are there in that community. We want them. We want them to come and join our community. It's not about the people in New York. We're there, we're doing our thing, we're now part of Longaberger. And it's not only about the Dresden Basket Company and Jim and his team and the wonderful things they are doing, because they're helping us keep this craft here in Ohio. It's not just about Tammy and Rachel. They're inseparable from this brand. A reporter asked me today, well, why did you buy it with them? I said I wouldn't have bought it without them. One, I knew Tammy before, and Rachel. I was on the board 06, 07, and 08. I fell in love with the company then. And why would you bring this company forward after doing business and making baskets for 125 years without the family? It's kind of crazy. And yes, it's not just about Kelly Clarkson, and there will be other celebrities that we bring on board here. So this is about fostering the team and building the bigger community, guys. The last slide here on how we do it addresses this new social era. Digital and direct-to-consumer is where we will be focused as Longaberger. We want to be the largest marketplace for artisans in the US. And we want the largest community of stylists that we can attract to the company. There may be some showcase stores in different communities, but I don't see this going as bricks and mortar. We will reach people on every social platform, every screen, wherever they are. That's the mission. So there are some things about this new social era. When we started Excel, Joe, and where are you, Seth? Oh, there's Seth. So this was 11 years ago. There was 5 guys in a room and one gal who was with us for 30 years prior to that time. We sat down and said, you know, what do we have to be in this new social era? Everyone knows everything about everyone. My God, people can Google map down to your pool deck on the weekends. Well, we may as well be open and honest, right? That's a good thing anyway. And then we said we have to listen to our customers. And we realized we had to change. Because in business, the way I learned marketing, I'm really a marketing guy. I'm not really that product guy so much. Now I'm a product guy because I've been living it so long. But the strategy was push it. And I actually learned a lot about this business from one of the great designers, Bill Blass. And Bill would say, you know, Bob, I tell people what fashion is. Well, those days are gone. People tell us what fashion is today in social media. And it's become so much like that slalom course. Fashion used to be something that happened in 2 seasons. Now, the reality is it's 52 seasons. Every week, something new. Whatever people are seeing going on in social, they want it, and they want it then. So we knew we had to speak with them, not at them. So we changed it more to a pull model. So let's talk about the ultimate customer engagement. It's live streaming. And where is this going? And of course, you all know that Rachel is now the anchor of live streaming. There will be a point where some of the artisans around the country that we think, not all of them can go and do a live stream. Rachel was born with that gift. We're going to feature some of the artisans. Rachel will always be the host, and the artisans will be the guest. We want to bring them into our community. So that's where we're going with this. And why do we think this is going to be so big? Live streaming in China in 2017 was a $3 billion business. This year it will be $305 billion. It's 20% of their e-commerce, and their e-commerce markets are much larger than ours. I can get into this whole conversation because all of my friends are, without getting too political, they're pretty conservative guys, and I'm a New Yorker, but I have conservative views. They were like, you're out of your mind. China's nowhere near us. Just go there. It's a lot's happening there, and they are passing us, and time will tell what happens. But in this country, live streaming, the estimates are in the next 2 years, $25 billion will be added to this. Currently in interactive TV, it's about a $15 billion business. And QVC and HSN and the other networks, they understand how to make this work. Everyone else in the technology world has failed. DreamWorks with Awesomeness TV, Disney with their MCN, Amazon, they just don't understand how to make this work. They will. It's coming. But this is going to be a huge industry. Billions are up for grabs. So we're going to do a little bit of back to the future. This company was a $1 billion per year company. We want one of those 25 billion. We have to get back there. And we're going to do it through this platform. This is how we're going to do it, guys, because this is the great connector. This is the future of social commerce. And when every one of those retailers comes into Excel, Macy's, their chief merchant calls, my God, we need help. CEO of Signet, we need help. We don't understand this. It doesn't work. We tell them that's because you don't have a community under it. There's no way it's going to work. You need to co-opt your personal shoppers, your salespeople from the floor. They're your community. Bring them into it. There's going to be a massive amount of change in retailing because this is coming fast and furious. Everyone is on it. This is a big initiative. Walmart is on this. It's unbelievable what's coming. We built, for you guys, the tech stack to do this. It's there. We're as far ahead as everyone. You talk about where is that puck going? We're on it. And we built it into the Longaberger tech platform. And more is coming with that tech. We're going to keep layering it in as we think you guys are ready for it. So, if any of what I said here makes sense, why wouldn't you form a company that had a vision to reimagine shopping, entertainment, social media, and community as one thing, a mission to make great product, and core values that, quite frankly, are the same as the core values of what Longaberger had, but these were just said differently. It was 5 guys sitting in a room 11 years ago. Be open and honest, listen to our customers, collaborate fairly to win. You guys now know what the 2-second advantage is. Said another way, innovate or die, and foster the team. That's on the lobby wall in Excel. So, something so different is very much the same. And that's what we are about. Excel is now Longaberger. I have 3 children. I love all of them. Sabrina's a little special at the moment. And that's what this is all about. So, giving back. Longaberger has given to Horizon of Hope over all these years, but we're going to expand this mission. And if we get to that $1 billion number, we're going to do a lot of good in the world because we will commit a percentage of all the sales to these charities. Folds of Honor, WIN, that's a charity that I've been involved with in New York City. It helps women who are homeless with children get to shelter and get them back on their feet. And then, of course, Habitat for Humanity. We want to support women in need and communities around the country. So, now, my favorite. So I have to tell this story because it kind of builds up to the moment. Every entrepreneur, I don't care what size your business is, you're on an emotional roller coaster every single day. You can be here and you can be there. And one day, this was maybe 10 years ago, I drove through the Midtown Tunnel. I'm heading west toward 10th Avenue on 34th Street. And I start thinking, we're doing this new thing at QVC. I don't know if it'll work. We're committing too much capital. What if it doesn't work? We'll lose it. By 5th Avenue, I'm thinking, oh, God, this will never work. And By 9th, I'm like, oh my God, I better pull the plug. And I'm getting to 10th Avenue, and that dark place comes. I'm in self-doubt. I'm like, what if you should have retired? You know, I'm at that point. And I make the right turn on 10th Avenue heading toward the office, and I look up, and there's this billboard. And this thing just brought the biggest smile to my face, and I have to share it with you because you're all entrepreneurs.
Don't stop.
We're back to that.
Hold on to that feeling. Don't stop believing.
So we all do this with sports, especially if you're on a team.
Don't stop.
That was on the billboard. Guys, don't worry. It's only weird if it doesn't work. That brought me right out of that dark spot. So, guys, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Those of you that traveled, there were some ladies at my table that drove 5, 6, 7 hours to come here. I was stunned. I thought you guys were local. So thank you for coming. So I will be back up. You're not released yet from me. I have more to say, but I'm going to bring up Scott now. Thank you, Scott.
Have a clicker. Okay. Is that all you got for Bob DeLore? He was working 10 years on that. 10 years he put into that presentation. It's been developed and it came together for you guys. Joe's seen it 100 times. No, you didn't see all of that because Longaberger's only been around for a year. So there you go. Hey, there you go. The new Longaberger. It's only weird if it doesn't work, right? All right. Thank you for listening. I hope you see why I left a $4 billion a year company to make this a $1 billion a year company. Because I heard the story, I saw the vision, and I'm like, wait, you're doing live streaming? You're doing this? You're going to take a brand and make it amazing? That's why I decided to come. And not because of anything in particular about the product. I come because I know what it means to you. Thank you, Winona. I'm going to send you a gift card for the first clap. People ask me, well, what is Longaberger? And I'm just going to tell you this. I view it as this. We're a matchmaker. There's you, and you can see you. You know what side of this picture you're on, right? Hopefully that's you with the cell phone. And then there are the artisans. In fact, we have a couple of weavers here tonight. Where are you? Can you stand up? I know they're here. I met them. Yeah! I think it's Ann and Becky, right? Did I get that right? There's Ann. And Debbie? I was so close. Not really. Thank you for coming, Debbie. They're the artisans. They are the ones who are making the baskets for you. What I love about it is they're still standing because they know they're awesome. That's the cool part. You can sit down. That's so cool. We connect those two, and we're doing it in a digital way. If you want to know how I see what Longaberger is and what I tell people, it's just that. We're a matchmaker. And I care about your success because I know they're going to bring the best. And so when I think about it, it's also these words. It's simplicity. It's comfort. It's home. It's self-care. Because I think how you feel in your home is a reflection of how your home feels when people visit. It's artisanal. You're going to see more and more and more of that as time goes on as we bring in local artisans. It's live streaming. We want you to be the inviters and let someone else do the heavy lifting. It seems like a simple business to me. What else? Is this not what we're about? We know that. We built a community. And this is one thing that Bob said, and I don't know if any of you picked up on it. In his presentation, he said there is one thing that remains constant. And if you read that, it says sales and customer satisfaction are achieved through great products and an engaged community. There's only one word in there that makes the difference in how you're going to be successful in this business and help others be successful. And it's one word. Did you see which one I highlighted? Who can tell me? Customers. This business, if I were to boil it down into two simple things, it's this: finding customers and finding people who are willing to find customers. How many of you love to find customers? Let me see your hand. Nice. How many of you love to find people who love to find customers because there's only so many hours in the day? Oh, we need to see more hands. Can you guys raise two hands? Thank you. You were with me on that one. Our objective, and my sole objective, is to help you find more customers through digital means, through traditional means. It doesn't matter how you do it. It's only weird if it doesn't work, right? So if you're really good at doing what you're doing, what should you do? Keep doing it, right? But if you'd like to add to it and do something to enhance and find more customers, then let's broaden your skill set. Let's add being a really good inviter. Let's add putting posts on social media. How many of you have seen those posts on social media that we put every day? Do you copy and paste those? Do you like them? Would you like to meet the person that wrote them? I'd like to introduce my daughter, Lauren Halverson. So I got to tell you, I did the first 2 weeks of the posts, and I said, hey, what do you think about it? She's like, can you just let me do that? Because I think I can do a better job. So do you like what she's doing? Awesome. Come here. So she took a big risk. She left a boyfriend to come do an internship in New York. And yes, she lives in my front room, which is the only other room besides the bedroom in the apartment. So she sleeps on the floor, and it's great for her back, and it's great, right, for her posture. I love it. And you love it. We walk to work when we can, and we walk home when we can. I have to tell you, the reason why I do this business is because I learned that through direct selling, you create women in confidence. Or confident women, I should say. Are you confident?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Most boys are intimidated by her, which I love. It's my favorite part. Except for one. And she kind of likes him, and I like him too. But he still doesn't get my humor. But he'll get it, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Thank you for being you, and thank you for doing what you're doing for them. Let's give Lauren a big round of applause. Wow. She gets her hair color from me, by the way. Although you might not have known, but my beard comes in that color. Although I was blonde as could be, but I like the style now. Hey, so to help you get really a lot of customers, it can be more than just baskets. Baskets are amazing. I love them. I have some in the apartment. I can't wait to have more to organize my skincare. It's going to be fantastic. But there are a lot of people who aren't used to seeing what this company can provide. In the Palm House, you're going to see the complement of these three categories. Over time, you're going to see that a third of our category is always going to be baskets. We are going to be true to the legacy and the heritage of Longaberger. Are you guys good with that? Should we stick with that? All right. A third is also going to be, how do we make the home beautiful? People aren't exposed to the kinds of products that we have, you guys are going to make the difference. You're that herd of gazelle that's going to let them know that there's more than just IKEA or big box stores. Nothing wrong with IKEA. Our furniture's better. It looks better, it will last longer, and it's made by people who care. That's the beautiful part about it. It will beautify the home. And then the secret sauce to any direct selling business is when people buy a product that they love more than once. And they buy it over and over and over again. How many of you love that peach salsa? Oh my goodness. Is that good? I have been in direct selling for almost 20 years. Skincare is my favorite. I hope you guys try our skincare. It's great. I love it. I use it all over. And that is a consumable. If you want a product to spend money, if you want a consumer to spend money 5 to 6 times a year, that's what you introduce them to. So we've got the foods, we've got the consumables. You're going to see like the candles, the diffusers, the essential oils. There's a reason why we brought those in, so that your customers will love the way their house feels and the way they feel about themselves. So are you guys good with this mix? Joe, I think they want more baskets. I felt it's got to be like 40%, all right? I felt that. So, what is the advantage Longaberger has? Anyone have an idea? That's so egotistical. You just like us. It's just us. You mean it's not the burn in the basket? It's not where that is? No, it's the Longaberger. It's got to be the baskets. It's got to be. It's you, yes. But it's the power that you have to invite. If there was one thing that I could leave you with today, it is I hope you want to and you learn to and you're willing to take the steps to become an expert inviter. Then live streaming has a greater impact. Then your personal website has relevance. In fact, let me tell you what I think is really cool. Live is a great way for you to invite people over and over and over again, whether they buy anything or not, so that they stick to your website digitally and they become your customer. If you think of that only, you will win. We put a reward system in just a little bit ago. Took a little bit to work out the kinks. But how many people say, I'll give you $20 if you'd like to try us out? There aren't many people that do that. You have the power to do this every day with anyone you meet. Every day you can invite somebody and say, here's $20. I would love for you to check out my company. How cool is that? And then when you share and they buy, you earn. So you get rewards for sharing. How's that? Does that sound good? Are you guys sharers? Okay. I've got like 40 of you convinced. I'm working on the other 100, all right? We'll get there. We'll get there. This is my other one. If that didn't compel you to be like, I'm going out and I'm going to share this with the world, we have over 1,500 products, and you could share one a day on social media and never repeat the same thing twice for the next 4 years. So if you tell me you don't have something to talk about, let's talk about something, because I'm going to show you what you can talk about. You have 1,500 ways to engage somebody one way or another in this business, whether you like the product or not, because guess what? They just might. And that's the way I look at it. Whether you use the skincare or not, somebody else might. Whether somebody likes a certain basket, maybe they will love it, and it's just a fact. In fact, I've been talking about baskets since I got here. My mother bought her first basket last week. Unbelievable. I was so proud of her. I really was. And I'm like, you did? And she goes, yes, I had a problem. And I'm like, seriously? She goes, I am so sick of seeing your dad's mail all over the counter that I had to put it in something, so I bought one of the biggest baskets I could find. So whoever gave that suggestion, thank you very much. All right. So that's really the reason. Because here's the way I look at this business. The company that has the most stylists and customers who talk about what they love is the company that wins. That's why I say every conversation matters. Every conversation matters. I have had multiple conversations in this town with people that I've never known who know Longaberger, and they're excited that it's back. And then there are people who kind of know what it is, but when I tell them what we're doing, they're like, that's cool. Does that sound good? Okay. So every time you meet somebody, have a great conversation. And don't pass that up, because you are the power behind this. I have one last thing that I have to do. Becky Gorby, where are you? Where's Becky? Becky, can you stand up, please? Somebody cares about you. I think a lot of people here do. But they sent me a note, and they said, will you do a favor? I hope I can get through this. Will you guys help me wish Becky a happy birthday? You ready? Yes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Becky. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday, Becky! I'll give you a hug from here. Thank you for spending your birthday with us. How cool is that? It is the best because you guys sounded amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for coming. I want you to give a warm, warm welcome and super, super loud to the person who has the vision for what this company looks like, all the products that you see, and guess what? The guy's got a bigger heart than anyone I've ever seen. President of Excel Brands, Joe Falco.
Wow, am I on? Am I on?
When you get on stage, you'll be on.
Can I have the clicker?
You can have that, yes.
All right. Show me how it works.
You just press the button.
The green one?
Press the green button.
You see, that's really a hard act to follow. I'm not going to lie, seriously. So, hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi. Thank you for that. That's great. I'm trying to learn from Scott. I've learned a couple of things, but before I go into my presentation, I have to tell you that 2 years ago, I really didn't know anything about Longaberger. I didn't. I know. And I'm actually kind of embarrassed to say that. But the last 2 years, I've been blessed to have had the opportunity to learn everything that I know about Longaberger, and I'm learning every day from an incredible group of ladies and men who have taken time out of their own personal lives and met with us every single Wednesday at 2 p.m. religiously. And I've missed a few of them lately, so it makes me feel bad. But they have poured everything into the effort in teaching myself and our team everything that we need to know about the history of Longaberger. Because, one thing that Bob talked about and Scott talked about is, how we move and go into the future. But for me, as a product person, there's no way to move into the future if you don't understand the history and honor that history. And so we've been really focused on that piece of it, and I'm blessed and really grateful to all of them. And I'm not going to mention their names, but you guys know who you are, and I'm really super, super grateful for that. So thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. So Longaberger, 125 years of baskets and so much more. And the so much more, we could talk about product, but I also think it's all about you and it's about the community. That's the differentiator. We're going to make great product one way or another. We're going to make great product. Our company is committed to making the best product, regardless of the categories of product that we're in. But the differentiator is great people, right? Great people actually make great product. Great people make great companies. And we are blessed to have you all. And I think that, at the end, for us, is really where the focus, because your success will be our success. And I think that is the goal, regardless of whether it's product or building the company with the most advanced business model. So we're really focused on you because you are Longaberger. So what is our commitment on the product side? I think our commitment is, first and foremost, to honor the history, right? And what is that? Handmade, handcrafted, hand-selected, and I'll talk a little bit about the hand selection part, but artisanal, which Scott and Bob have talked about. It's about tradition, it's about great quality, it's about community, and it's community of stylists, community of artisans and makers. I think when I think about what we're doing, I think about the thousands and thousands of people that have worked relentlessly over the years, but especially this past year where, it's been a really, really difficult time for a lot of people, and it continues. And it continues. So it's not lost on me the effort that our business partners, our suppliers, our vendors, what they've done, going to work during the pandemic, making a commitment to delivering to us, the best possible products, for us to rebuild, this incredible company. So I'm really proud of that and super, grateful for their commitment. And then coast to coast and beyond. Our legacy in our company is made in America, right? But in the world that we live in today, and I think Bob did an amazing job. And I was kidding. I haven't seen the video, his presentation 100 times. I've maybe seen it about 900 times. But it's a good one, and I'm always learning something new. But it's coast to coast and beyond. Our commitment is to continue making amazing products in America, right? And we do that today, from Northern California to Key West, Florida, and everywhere in between. Our wine is grown and made in California. We make beautiful cakes through a partnership with Dockside Markets in Key West, Florida. We have vendors up in Maine and Vermont and Arizona and Texas. So we really are focused on keeping it local, but not having that limit us. So wherever we could make amazing product and support local communities, we'll continue to do that in America. The opportunity is also to expand our reach, right? We want Longaberger to be a global brand, right? And so in my mind, the artisan communities that we honor and work with here in America, there are many of them around the world. And when those stories and the vision lines up, I'm super proud and excited to introduce them to you and to our community, because I believe communities together create opportunities for each other, and that will end up in a thriving relationship. And you guys know some of the examples, and I'll talk a little bit about them. But I'm going to go back to the hand-selected part for 1 second. The 3 pillars of product that we currently have today and that we're going to continue to focus on are all things Longaberger. And of course, it starts with the basket, right? We start with the baskets, but then it's all other products that we are developing exclusively in America for Longaberger, and you'll have the Longaberger product. We'll have our Friends, and our Friends is a collection of brands that we really, really love. They have great stories. A lot of them are small businesses that became really big businesses, family businesses. So we're really proud to feature them, share their stories, and really give them an opportunity to share what they do best with you so that we could share with our customers. And then there's the homestead market. So the homestead market is a piece that, if you think of the pillars of Longaberger and our Friends, homestead market, the vision is that everything else that connects the two to make your home a more comfortable, a happier place. And that's, product that we are sourcing both here in the United States and then abroad. Wherever it makes sense for us to bring you the greatest product, the greatest value, that's where we'll source it. Really, really focused on quality. You told me just to push this, Scott. Oh, there you go. How do I go back? This one? There you go. Okay, so 125 years of baskets, right? But it's 125 years of stories. And this slide is actually not accurate because it's not thousands of products, people, and stories, but I'm talking hundreds of thousands, millions of products, millions of stories, and millions of people over that 125-year period that have made Longaberger. And there's the reason why we're all here today. Right? That's the reason why we're here today. And our goal is to bring that back to 1 billion, right? So with thousands of product choices that are available today, Scott said we have over 1,500. He's close. We have about 1,800 today, and growing. More than 50 new partnerships that have been established with new vendors that have never supplied Longaberger throughout that 125-year history, and we're proud of that. Thousands and thousands of people getting products to us and to our customers' homes, from the raw materials that are being sourced to the guys that are driving the trucks and the incredible artisans that are making our products. I can't imagine all the people involved to get these beautiful products here to us. So that is a powerful, powerful reason, where we get excited and go to work every day, because every day we're learning something new. We're making amazing relationships and partnerships with people who will actually create the fuel for our success. Great product is the fuel for our success. And, I think that is something that you have our commitment. So here we go, baskets. Is that a basket? That's a basket. So I didn't really know anything about baskets, but I actually know a thing or two these days about baskets, and I'm super excited to tell you about these. I'm giving you a little bit of a sneak peek. These baskets will be featured tonight by Rachel in her live stream. It's a little sneak peek, but these are beautiful baskets that were designed to honor the legacy, the handcrafting since 1896. The miniature collection, which we really, really love, features the miniature gathering, the miniature bread and milk basket, and then the miniature ware basket. And then you have an actual large size of the gathering basket. Did I get that right or no? And Debbie and Ann, you guys, hi. You guys there? Yes. They actually made these here. While we were sitting down, while we were arriving and getting some food, they actually made these baskets right here. Amazing. Thank you for that. Oops. Pottery, handmade pottery. Vitrified pottery. Vitrified pottery. Made in Ohio. Made in Ohio. Made in Ohio. Made in Ohio. I personally spent time with the folks who are running that company, and we have a commitment, and they're working really hard, to jump through hoops and give us things that, are new but familiar. New but familiar. And we're really excited. Same quality, like the highest level quality, and we're super proud of it. So continue to see the pottery collection will continue to expand. That is a big, for us, a big focus. It'll expand in colors, it'll expand in shapes, it will expand in accessories. And so those collections will become a bigger and bigger part of our overall offering. So we're excited about that. You guys happy about that? Yes. Yes. I didn't mention earlier that in those 1-hour sessions every week, the learning process about the history and the product, they were tough. I have to tell you, they had like really high standards. Like we couldn't pull anything on them, and if we tried to, like we got smacked hard. And so a lot of this is like muscle memory. I'm like afraid to like, I'm afraid to disappoint. So we're really, like I said, focused on exceeding everyone's expectations, but really focusing on this category. Consumables, Scott talked about consumables, Bob talked about consumable products. This is really, a natural extension of product for us, right? Our company, our community, entertains. We're about family, we're about friends, and what better place to do that than food, right? So we have a real big focus on gourmet foods, gourmet accessories that, what better way to, honor friends and family than making a meal for them, right? With incredible high quality, made in America gourmet foods, either meal starters or spices. And so that will continue. And anywhere, again, not forgetting the baskets, right? Because they're still going to be the first thing that anybody recognizes, right? So anywhere there's an opportunity for us to integrate a lot of these new products with baskets, right, is a way to introduce these products to customers who only know us for baskets today, right? And that is the goal. Wherever we can integrate new categories, existing categories, made exclusively for Longaberger or sourced products with baskets, that will be a main priority. And of course, I get to taste all of the food, and it's true. And then Rachel actually gets to taste it as well because she makes a lot of it, and it's phenomenal. So, and then accessories as well, right? Accessories for the entertaining, accessories in the kitchen, amazing like handmade cutting boards and charcuterie boards. And you could see in the background, some of the new colors of the pottery that we're really focused on. You'll start seeing new colors, new shapes, larger shapes. We've gotten a lot of feedback. Where's Maria? Maria, larger shapes, right? So yes, we hear you, and so you'll have diversity there in that offering, which you'll be able to curate, a much wider, presentation for your customers. I'm not good at this. Wine. So this is a great image. I love this image because yes, I love wine, and I love Longaberger wine. But I love that it represents a lot of the things that we're talking about, right? It talks about Longaberger, made in America. It talks about also sourced products, which are incredibly important. Products that we source from vendors that we believe, complement the total look and updated modern lifestyle of the brand that we would like to take into the future. And so when you see like the wine glasses and, some of those items like the wine coolers and the crafts, those are sourced products. And then the textiles, made in Georgia. Made in Georgia, family business, 50 years, mom, dad, son, wife, grandkids, started in a small storefront, and now they're a supplier for Longaberger, and we're really proud to showcase their products. This is coast to coast and beyond now, right? So the beyond is where we think there's opportunity to highlight really compelling stories that do good in this case. So these baskets, these beautiful baskets, are hand woven by a collective of women in Uganda. And they are making these baskets, and they make these baskets, it's part of their heritage. These are their basket styles, but they're working with us because they really love the idea and they love the basket making tradition and wanted to work with us on introducing their basket making tradition to our community. And I'm trying to dream big, right? How could then we make baskets for their community? And so that's a project that we're working on. But this is where we talk about, coast to coast and beyond. And that beyond has to have something meaningful behind it. It can't just be product. We're not interested in just product. We're interested in being able to give you special product, right, that will fuel the thousands of new stories that we hope to tell. Thank you. You guys are familiar with this, so one of the other focuses for us is how do we put ourselves in good company with partnerships? Again, Norman Rockwell, iconic American artist. Everybody knows Norman Rockwell. And the opportunity to do a collaboration, like we jumped at it because in the way I see this is that it really continues to expand our potential reach, and it puts us in an iconic partnership with a great American artist. We're really proud of that. And from this, it did drive a little innovation as well, right? So you're seeing basket weaves that are completely new that were taken directly from the archives of the Norman Rockwell estate, from baskets that were featured in paintings and works of art that, unfortunately, we can't use those specific works. I don't know, family politics, but yeah, they have their own family politics sometimes. But it did drive, new ideas, and we're really proud of that. And then we have more coming. So this is just the beginning. Essential Skin. Like Scott, I have actually been using the skinwear, and I love it. I mean, don't I look younger already? Like, I do. Come on. I guess they don't think I look young, right? I'm doing this in part, Scott talked about why he does this, and, of course we do it for you first and foremost. I'm actually doing this to embarrass my daughter a little bit. Say hi, Lillian. Can you say hi? Wave your hand. Yeah. I love you. Essential Skin is amazing. Again, this idea of having our customers fall in love with products. And why are these products, incredibly important? And we refer to it as essential skin. It's essential because when you love something, especially a skincare treatment, okay, it's really like, it's the intersection of science and nature, to give you the best possible healthy outcome for your skin. And when we look at this, I don't ever want to stop using it. So when I use it, I'm like, okay, I'm almost out of this. I should order 2. And that is the idea. And again, the integrations would be a way to introduce new categories to our customers who love our baskets. And of course, those baskets can be used for, other, as other vehicles to, store things. But I think they really look nice with the, and they're functional, right? So I think that's the other key. We want baskets to actually work. They're not just decorative items or objects. They're functional. And the one story I could share with you really quickly is that the first time I met Tammy, she was telling me, the stories about the first baskets that were made and, how they were intended to, move pottery around. And that, to me, as a creative person and somebody who thinks about product design, that was inspiring, right? There's a real function, for the product, and that's really, really great. And then she said something to me that was like, oh, I get it. And that, oh, I get it was that, for her, those baskets carry her family's history, her family memories, and those stories. And so, yes, these baskets have to be functional, but for me, those baskets are special, and they're intended to last forever, and they're intended to be, handed down from generation to generation. The products that go in those baskets have to be products that they order over and over and over again. That is the key. We could do both, and we will do both. Very important. Longaberger jewelry. I've seen some of you this evening wearing some really beautiful jewelry. This is our first take at it, and we're really, really proud. We've worked really closely with one of our partners, that make jewelry for our Judith Ripka brand, which we're also really proud of, and featuring them as a friend on longaberger.com. But this, again, tonight is a little sneak peek. Rachel will tell you all there is to know about the jewelry, and she's wearing it and getting amazing compliments, so we're excited about it. This will be the launch tonight. And sterling silver, rhodium plated, and again, really beautiful finishes. So we're really proud of this. Okay, now I'm going to talk about some of our friends, because I think our friends, and I mentioned earlier, have made an incredible commitment to helping us bring you the widest assortment of products and making our homestead market diverse, elevated, unique, and they tell a really, really compelling American story, right? So we're really proud. So Mosier, family business, made in Ohio since the 1950s, have been incredible. So we launched last year with some cake stands, and now the collection continues to grow. We're going to be introducing, new colors, new collections, accessories, and some holiday pieces, which we're really, really excited about. So, Mosier, thank you. I don't know if you guys are here. If you are, please, thank you so much. Thank you. Fifth and Cherry. Now, this one, I don't know if you guys have taking the time to look at Fifth and Cherry, but Fifth and Cherry is an amazing story. They guarantee their cutting boards for life. And I mean, if you drop one on your foot, you're going straight to the emergency room because they are they are serious. And they are beautiful works of art that are intended to be used over and over and over again, and then someday handed down. That's how beautiful they are, and that's how, again, made in Pennsylvania. Where's Fifth and Cherry? Gibson and Dean. This is, again, one of my favorites. And they're all my favorites, and I love all of these guys. But Gibson and Dean is, again, an amazing story. American company based on the banks of the Mississippi in Clarksville, Missouri. And Michael is here somewhere, their CEO, founder, president, the guru of home fragrance. Where's Michael? Michael, say hi. Thank you. Thank you. So Michael, this is a really good example, and I share this because, you guys could probably figure it out on your own, but Gibson and Dean, we feature their brand as our friends. It puts us in good company, and they also do make all of our Longaberger candles, and we're really, really proud to work with them. Their company really focuses on giving back, and they hire victims of domestic violence and, really focus on women opportunities in Clarksville, and they're doing a lot of good there. And we're really, really proud to be, your partner. So thank you, Michael. Sunleaf Naturals. Sunleaf Naturals, beautiful. Where's Sunleaf? Where's Sunleaf? Hi, Sandy. Hi, thank you. Direct from Minnesota, essential oils. Essential oils are great. So we launched this a couple of months ago, and it's off to a banging start. People love it. The feedback has been phenomenal. And again, it's essential oils, products that, I think improve your experience at home. They make really great gifts. The quality is amazing, super high standard. And again, made in America in Minnesota. Thank you. Judith Ripka, I think you guys know this. We own Judith Ripka. It's my favorite brand, and other than Longaberger, it's my favorite brand. But again, Judith is an amazing. So today the brand, is moved into the future, and it was inspired by the founder, woman entrepreneur who started the business on her kitchen table 40 years ago, and has been called one of the most successful jewelry brands on earth. This is something that we're really, really proud of, and that legacy has been handed down through the years, through, family members and a new generation of incredible, incredible jewelry designers. But it's product, that is really super elevated, a luxury brand and experience at price points that a lot of people could access. And I think that is the magic formula, right? Giving somebody a luxury experience at a price that is still attainable, So thank you, Judith Ripka. Purifoy Skincare. Some of you may not know this. This might be the first time that you're seeing this. Julian, are you here? Where's Julian? Hi, Julian. Julian is here. So right now we're featuring one product, and it's a lip scrub. And the reason why we're featuring it is that we got these samples and we tried it and we're like, wow, I didn't know your lips could feel that smooth. It's really, really great. All natural, honey-based, and Julian is working really hard on expanding his offering with us, and we'll continue to focus on that. All natural, honey-based skincare from Purifoy. So thank you, Julian. Worker bee. Where's worker bee? Worker bee. Go ahead, Sandy. Do it again. Live from Minnesota. So worker bee, amazing honey-based products. Candles, honey that you could eat, all natural, no pesticides, made in America. Really proud of those beekeepers. Super, super high standard and level of beekeeping, and that is an art form in many ways, and we're really, really proud and grateful that Sandy's here and Worker Bee is with Longaberger. Gorongosa. Gorongosa is what I referred to earlier as Beyond. So Gorongosa is an incredible, incredible story. Tammy actually introduced us to Gorongosa, and it is this unbelievable project where the coffee sold, 100% of the proceeds go to supporting the Gorongosa National Forest and the restoration project there. Each bag of coffee, there are 3, and my favorite is Girls Rule the World. So 100% of those proceeds go to girls' education. There's one coffee that goes to helping secure the environment and the ecosystem in the park, which is critical because not only is it great for the world, but it's great for the people who live there, and it does a lot of good. And then the last one is Elephants Never Forget. That one is great because that goes to saving the elephants. And who doesn't want to save an elephant? So unfortunately, the Gorongosa team, wasn't able to actually be here, I believe, but their coffee is being featured throughout. So we're really, really happy that they're here, and we're partnering with them. So please support Gorongosa. Dockside Market. Who here has tried Dockside Market cakes? They're addictive, right? So we're going to keep expanding our collaboration with them. They will be making an exclusive Horizon of Hope cake for us again this year. It'll be a new flavor, but also a really amazing story, right? So this company was started 30 years ago by Donna, the founder, CEO. She was making cakes and selling them off of her back porch in Key West, Florida. They've sold millions and millions of cakes worldwide, 30 years later. And that is an inspiring story. And I go to work, because I want to meet people like Donna, because in my mind, anything is possible with hard work and a vision and a commitment to giving customers what they want, when they want it, at a price that they think is fair, because it has to be fair, but then exceeding their expectations on quality, right? And Donna does that every day. And so we're really proud to feature Dockside Market. And then just a few others that unfortunately couldn't be here, but I think they're worth mentioning. Frankenmuth Wool, one of the oldest wool mills in America, in Michigan. They continue, I believe it's their 125th anniversary this year, if I'm not mistaken. So really proud, again, to partner with them. Covert Ceramics, this is a great story. She's one of our designers. She designs apparel for us in the Isaac Mizrahi brand, and she also is a potter, and she has a business where she sells handmade pottery. And so she's making exclusive product for us. She's on a little bit of a hiatus. She decided that she was going to move to England with her boyfriend, so she's going to make pottery for us in her spare time. But we love Rachel, and we love her products. And then Harbor Sweets and Sarah Beth's, you'll definitely see a continued expanding partnership there, really focused on holidays, right? We love things that we could put in gift baskets. And Harbor Sweets and Sarah Beth's really do a great job with that. I thought I'd just give you guys a little bit of a highlight of what's coming. I don't have actual images of those products yet because they're being made, but I could talk about it a little bit. So coming soon, Horizon of Hope and Beyond. I think Bob touched on what we mean by and beyond, right? We love Horizon of Hope. It's been an incredible, incredible, commitment and such a great cause in so many of you. And I look at Maria and I know that so many conversations that we've had about it and their dedication to it is just phenomenal and inspiring. So we're going to continue, supporting Horizon of Hope, and we will feature for the first time a permanent collection on Longaberger that will make a contribution to Horizon of Hope year-round, not just for a single event and a single month. So, and it's a great cause, and it's a cause that we all can relate to, everyone. And so we're super proud to do that. One thing worth mentioning, the and beyond, as we continue to expand those endeavors and communities to support and initiatives, we'll keep adding them to the Horizon of Hope permanent collection on the website, so that we will eventually someday, and we have to come up with what the branding of that is, but it'll be Horizon of Hope and Friends. So we're, again, really focused on that. Giving back is critical. It's something that we really believe in and are dedicated and focused on, and you have our commitment to continue doing that and doing some good in the world. Coming soon. And so this is in a little bit of a chronological order. Horizon of Hope is coming in August, and so that'll be the first thing. And then right behind it, at the end of August this year, we've accelerated some things. We're going to start our fall harvest and introduce Halloween at the end of August and in the beginning of September, because again, a lot of the feedback that we were getting from you was that we were a little too late last year, or it was later. It was, it would be better if it was earlier. So I think what we try to do is really start anticipating a little bit earlier, and so you'll start seeing Halloween and fall harvest at the end of August. Then the Norman Rockwell Holiday Collection. We're really excited about this. You guys will see some samples, and I think Michael has some of the beautiful, beautiful candles that they've designed for the collection. They'll be on display, but you'll start seeing that in September. So the entire collection, it'll include baskets, it will include some pottery pieces, some candles, and some other decorative items that we're really excited about. So that will be mid-September. And then Longaberger Holiday. Longaberger Holiday. You're going to have not one, not two, but you're going to have 3 opportunities for Longaberger Holiday this year. So we are going to start as early as October, and then you'll have some more in November, and then you'll have some more in December. We realized that perhaps last year we just didn't offer enough, and so we're going to continue to keep expanding all of your favorites and then a lot of new things, right? And some of your favorites may be updated, but some of them don't have to be updated. When they're perfect, you leave them. That's another thing that I learned. Don't try to fix perfect, right? Don't try to fix perfect. So some of the Longaberger holiday baskets that we all love, my goal is to introduce them to a completely new generation who's actually never seen them before, right? So they may look familiar to a lot of us here and to me as well now because I've seen them for a while, but there's an entire new generation of potential customers and stylists who haven't seen them, and they're gorgeous, and people love them, and they too can be handed down from generation to generation. So I hope that you get excited even when things are familiar, because the familiar part, right, is as important as the new. New but familiar, to me, is the perfect balance in how we're going to create excitement, engagement with our stylists and our customers, and at the same time introduce our brand, our products, to a completely new generation of customers. So with that, I want to, again, thank you all for your commitment, your support, your partnership, for the first 125 years. And there's so many people here that I can't thank, but I'm thanking them because we are here today because of them, right? And we're going to honor that. We're going to continue to honor that in every way that I spoke about. But I want to remember 125 more years of baskets and so much more. That will be key. So much more than baskets. So again, thank you so much. I have one thing that I have to do while I'm up here before I ask Bob to do something fun. I have a winner on a giveaway, the first giveaway here, I guess. And is Melanie Ritchie here? Melanie? Melanie! Yes! Yes! I'm going to put this down for a second. Melanie, at some point, you will retrieve this gorgeous, gorgeous gathering basket. Oh, she's coming right now. Lillian, help, 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 help. Come, come, come. Wait, it's the gathering basket, and it's the collection of miniatures on the inside, all three. And so wait. I actually made a mistake earlier because I said something that maybe wasn't accurate, but these 4 baskets were made while we were here by Debbie and Ann in the back. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Lillian. Thank you. Was that fun? Melanie, are you happy? How happy? How happy are we for Melanie? Yes! 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 Yes. Okay. All right, I've taken up a lot of time. It was really hard to go on here after Bob and Scott. So thank you so much for being so kind to me and clapping and, again, supporting everything that we do and giving me the opportunity, to please you, to please our customers, and to work with so many incredible people that bring all of this to life. I know that they've thrown credit around. I don't do anything. I actually just try to stir the drink. There's so many incredible, talented people that do all of this. So I'm really, really lucky and blessed to be part of that team, and to be part of Longaberger. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bob, I hear that you have something really fun and important to do here.
It is fun.
Cool. You don't need this clicker anymore, do you?
No.
Okay.
So thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Guys, please give a big round of applause for Joe because he does such a great job with product. It's incredible. Okay, I promise I'm not doing any kind of lesson, but I am going to show you guys something. So Joe's very involved in all the product in our business, but there is one in the family of companies where I spend a lot of time on product, and it is our jewelry business. I wasn't happy with the way things were looking 2 years ago, so I jumped in. And we've designed some beautiful new product with Judith Repka, but there's one piece that's very special, and it was inspired by, it's hard for me to say this now, my older daughter. And we have a language together because her brother kept reading her text messages. And I said, okay, we will deal with this. We will take care of him. So we came up with a language based on numbers. And it started out, a couple of numbers meant a couple of things, but over the years, she's 24 now, we have this language. And we have a number that we share, and it's 3707. So you look at that and you say, 3707, what does it mean? It's our word for love. So I said to the jewelry team, and we'll go back to the Greeks for a minute. The Greeks did a great job writing a body of philosophy around change, but they also did an incredible job writing a philosophy around love. And they described love in 5 forms. But none of them were able to really get their heads around the concept of soulmate. And the best thing that I've ever seen written about this was by the ancient Irish people. The Gaelic people had a concept for soulmate that was extraordinary. and they called it an annum cura. It's spelled cara, if you were pronouncing it the way we would here in the United States, but in the Gaelic language, it's annum cura. And the annum cura could be one of your children or several of your children, a friend, or someone that you were romantically involved with. And the significance of it and what they believed is that if someone was your annum cura, your souls would recognize each other in this life and the next. So I said to my team, guys, I want a piece of jewelry that honors the tradition of annum cura, and there's actually a medallion that Irish people have for this. And it is also, it happens to be a series of numbers. It's 5545. That was their symbol for soulmate. And I said, I also want something that takes a lesson from the French. Who knows love better than the French? They have this tradition that started in Paris, and now it happens all over the world. People put a lock on a bridge, and they throw the key into the river, signifying that they're locking their love together for life. And I challenged my team to make something that captures all of that, and we did. It's called our 3707 love bracelet, and the way it works is the bracelet itself comes as one piece, and there's a medallion that gets inserted. That's locking your love and your souls together. So, Tammy and Rachel, please come up here. And I hope Todd's not here. Todd, this is the friendship part of annum cura. Okay, so guys, we are going to do this. So this is how it works, guys. That's the medallion.
Wow.
And that's in 18 karat gold. And it says 3707. And you take it. And you drop it right in there.
Where?
Right in that.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. So that won't come out.
It won't come out?
No, because we just locked our souls.
Thank you. It's really good.
Yeah.
Did I kiss it or something?
Oh, I like that. We'll make that part of this now. Okay.
I can sell these. Oh, that is so cool. Very cool.
There you go.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Group hug.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. So before you guys go, there's two things that we absolutely must do. I forgot to do this before. One, I thanked all of you for being here tonight. But guys, there are 2,000 people that are watching this live stream. And I am sorry, guys. I forgot to thank all of you wherever you are watching this. Thank you for tuning in. Let's give them a big round of applause. And we should also, and I'd like you guys to just say a few words about Dave. I didn't get to meet Dave. I came to the company before Dave. Unfortunately, he passed away by the time I got there. And I think we need to say a few words here tonight.
That'd be great.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay.
Well, to talk about Dad, especially in front of this audience, it's way too quiet. It's way too quiet. I was thinking about him. First, thank you, Bob. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the beautiful bracelet. I'm sure Rachel feels the same way. This is a really special night in many ways. We've had a lot of special nights together, but when you think about 125 years of making baskets in the Longaberger family, and I sat in the back with my son in the table behind me, and I see Gary and his grandson Drew. I think it's Drew. He's like 6'5". Last time I saw him, he was about like this. And Lynn, and really the rest of the family. I think Rose is here, and Rachel's, Todd, and maybe a few others. 125 years of the name Longaberger has been associated with baskets. Daddy John, you all know the story. Daddy John, J.W., and of course, Dad, Gary's brother. And then fortunately for all of us, we got to go along for the ride. But Rachel and I and our families, and it has been a wild ride. Never a dull moment. And I think I'm sure Dad's here. And he would, I'm sure, say a huge thank you to all of you, because there were some really, really, really rough times a few years ago. And it's you, not anyone else, not Dave, not Rachel and I. It was you that kept the family name going and kept this Longaberger company going. So we owe a debt of gratitude to you. And I'm sure if Dad was here, that's what he'd say to all of you. So tremendous, heartfelt thank you and love, Bob, not only to all of you for keeping the family name alive, but also for being here tonight, and to Bob and the XL team, because we get to write yet another chapter. So hopefully some year, someone will be standing here and talking about the 200th anniversary of Longaberger.
There we go. There we go. Well, what can I say? I've got a 9:30 show. I'm not going to get choked up because I won't be able to do what you need me to do tonight. First of all, are there any rolls here tonight? See, the Longaberger group's laughing, and I'll fill all the XL group in. My dad would throw dinner rolls at an occasion like this because it was just funny for some reason. So glad there's no rolls tonight. He always had some kind of humor like that to throw in on us and just take us off our whatever we were focused on doing. Bob, thank you. Thank you so much for turning the page and allowing us a new chapter. This group, our community, will not let you down, will we? Will not let you down. It has been an amazing ride. It's been a roller coaster ride, and this is now the fun part of the roller coaster ride. We've kind of gone up the scary. We're down for much better days, and I could not be more thrilled. I love our Wednesday chats. I know many of you come on the Wednesday chats, and they are a blast, and I think when we talk about community, that is the essence of our community. So there are so many times on Wednesday nights, on our shows, our Longaberger Lives, which is one tonight, 9:30, longaberger.com, tune in. When I think about Dad and things that he said and things that he did that are so still appropriate and meaningful today. Subject to change comes up many times, and I'm just honored to be here. I'm honored to carry on his legacy as much as I can, and with all of you, and I'm just full of gratitude. So thank you so much. Thank you to all of you for making this chapter happen again.
So let's go look at some more product. Thank you all.
We're in the exposition room now where we've set up several displays to showcase our new products that are available online for you to shop. Let's check them out. This dining display that we've set up has our beautiful new dishware that is in mint green, beautiful. New baskets that are also online ready for purchase. Absolutely love new napkins, new table runner. Over here we have all of these great new sauces. So many different cool new flavors, more new serving dishware, this amazing new spice basket that is amazing. Our Longaberger wine, again, more of the dishes that are so awesome for entertaining. Over here we have our gorgeous, beautiful new patio set that is absolutely fun for summer. Our boardwalk basket, and of course another one of our rugs, our small charcuterie board, our long-stemmed wine glasses that are fabulous and perfect for entertaining. So now we'll go look at some of our other displays that we've put together, more lifestyle living areas, and I really love them. They came out great, so much fun. I really, really love what we've done over here. These two amazing accent chairs. Again, one of our rugs from Longaberger. This is actually a mirror that we've taken and created a coffee table. And so we've put one of our Longaberger baskets, beautiful. These gorgeous new blue coasters, and of course our florals that actually look real but are not. So they'll last you all year long, and they will always look beautiful wherever you have them placed. Okay, so now let's check out our little office display that we have set up over here. Again, one of our beautiful Longaberger rugs, beautiful picture frames, gorgeous. They go with anything. Our magazine basket for organization, one of our beautiful pottery ceramic lamps, and again, pillows and throws to create any beautiful office atmosphere. So over here, we've set up an area, bedroom area. We put one of our chairs here, a beautiful pillow that brings in a pop of color to go with the pop of color of the rug. And of course, beautiful new jewelry and skincare. So these new earrings, new bracelet and watches that have just launched on Longaberger. And of course, our skincare treatment that I absolutely love. If you haven't tried it, it is a must for sure. And my favorite display that we have currently, our delicious, yummy gray accent chair. It's beautiful. It's so soft to the touch. I love these chairs. They look so luxe. Throw in a pillow, any type of pillow, throw it on there. It just adds more to it. Again, we have our florals that will never die, so they're perfect, they're great. We have our gold bar cart here. We've placed, again, picture frames, one of our lamps, and I love these new baskets that have all these patterns. They're fun. We put out coasters of them as well. And yeah, this is a really great, fun living space. Brings any living room or any bedroom, any room in the house, add any one of these pieces and it'll update it, modernize it, and give it a new, fresh look and feel. We are so excited to show you guys these new products, and we can't wait for you guys to experience them and go online and check them out. Thanks again, guys. We're excited.